I think it was about 2019. I had just come back from London, had a steady job, but wanted to be close to my father, who was suffering from a mental illness. And I had moved into my girlfriend's attic with 5 pets. You know, we had 3 cats and 2 doggies that were adopted. And I started my social media agency and my web design agency all at once. And literally life was chaotic. I wanted to get clients, so I was doing outbound emails, calling anyone I could on my contact list. I was building websites for free in exchange for testimonials in order to put shit together just to be able to earn a living because I didn't want to be in that 9 to 5. But it was sort of looking back and thinking, you know, you left that 9 to 5 to create your own, almost like a lifestyle business, but I was working probably 16 hours a day, sometimes 18-hour days. I was doing everything, wearing multiple hats, from sales to marketing to delivery to project management to design to development, all of that. And I remember going to bed thinking, like, if this is what I signed up for, it's tough. But there was an inner sense in me that wanted to grind, right? Like, and I wanted more. I wanted to almost prove that this thing works. So essentially I kept going, but once I signed a few clients and then got referrals and all of that, things became better. But growing my audience to 42,000 followers on LinkedIn sort of changed things for the better. But things didn't change at 42,000. Like, things started changing at about 500 to 1,000 followers. And one thing that I did was buckle down on intimacy and relevance. Like, there's one thing chasing dopamine every day and trying to basically get a like, get someone to say great post and this and that. Like, when I went through that, I would just get the dopamine hit. It would fade out fairly quickly. And then I was wondering why people weren't buying. You know, I would get the great post and then I'd try to sell an offer and the offer didn't convert. So I used to like scratch my head at night thinking, like, what is it that worked for other people that's not working for me? How can I tweak it? So I thought I had a lead gen problem, but actually what I had was a messaging problem. The lack of lead gen was rather a symptom, and the experience that I was having because of that symptom was frustration, right? Like, I was going through these time voids and I was drained and all of the above, you know, which was the experience I was facing, but that was a symptom of not having leads, which was a bigger problem, which had to do with messaging. So nowadays, you know, a lot of people say follow this content plan and do this and that and whatever it is, but actually at the core of it, things are quite simple. What it is having a way to build that resonance and intimacy. And all sorts of people will tell you to have this sort of content plan and this strategy and this and that. But at the core of it, like 80% of the time, you have to educate. 10% of the time, tell a story to build trust. And then the other 10%, make an invitation. Like, show your social proof and then invite them either to come to your email list or to DM you or to watch something. Like, just get them off of the platform of choice that you have and simply, you know, make an offer to them. But that is my content strategy that changed things around for me. Now, at the core of it, I think I mentioned problem, symptom, experience, is being able to create this level of resonance only starts by deeply understanding your market. So what I would do is, like, I had a Notion board or a Google Doc and I started extracting everything clients would say to me. So for example, someone would come and say, hey Jacob, you know, I'm posting 9 times a month because I just don't have a strategy. So actually that was an experience they faced, and the problem was, you know, basically they had a fuck all strategy. They didn't know what to post. So instead of just saying you don't have a content strategy and sounding like everybody else, I would use that quote from the person who said I'm only posting 9 times. And that would then create resonance with somebody else. Like, And again, when we look at this, I can go out and say, oh, you know what, you can't get leads. But everybody else says I can't get leads. I'm going to go and buckle down on that true experience that people have, which is, for example, I watched Karen sell out her course with like a Barbie TikTok, and here I am posting 3 times a day, showing up consistently for the last 9 months and engaging in the comments for 3 hours a day. Yet I struggle to sell out my program. You see how this is a true experience of the symptom and the greater problem? So I want you to think about that for a minute, because that's all there is, at high level to this content game. And once you start creating resonance and intimacy, you want people to point and go, this guy feels me, or this gal feels me and understands where I'm at, because we're selling from human to human at the end of it all. So it shouldn't be more complicated. So think about that for a minute. We've got problem, symptom, experience, and we've got your content strategy. Power to you.